Hi guys, it is the new Adam from WhatCulture, and look who I bumped into backstage at WCPW, Simon Miller.
Is that me?
That's you.
Sweet.
Why?
Here's why.
So many people have asked him to do that tonight.
I have slapped my head a lot tonight, so when I have a concussion when I'm in my 50s, it's your fault.
Yeah.
But that's okay, I'm happy to have a concussion when I'm in my 50s.
Great to see you, mate.
And you, dude. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be stood here right now in a lovely room in Manchester. It is the nicest room I've ever been in.
Oh.
It's clean and there's not junk everywhere.
No,
so
definitely
that's good.
not.
That's good for me. It does look a bit like we're about to have a hardcore match. There's tables and chairs.
Broken chair, yeah.
And there's no ladders, but still we can get some ladders. We can
there
go
we go.
nuts, Go on. Everything else slaps my head, so just.
It's right.
It's right. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, there we go. Lovely.
Anyway, related to that, all we seem to see in the comment section.
So related to that, let's do some cooking. I'm a big fan. No, I'm good.
All we seem to see in the comment section is people asking about you and your pro wrestling journey. I think people want to know whether you stopped. What's going on with that? So give us an update.
I certainly haven't stopped. I don't stop. No, I haven't. So basically, the long story short is I decided in my infinite wisdom to do a bodybuilding competition because I like to be an active man. I thought, I can do bodybuilding and wrestling at the same time. No, you can't. I'm sure some people can, but when you get to a certain point, we won't get into that, it was like, I need to, okay, whoops. Now, obviously, pro wrestling is more of an ongoing thing. There is no end point, whereas bodybuilding was like, we have to be ready for this day. So I had to take a step back. And then there were some other things that got in the way, but the training never stopped. Like when the training did come to an unexpected stop, I was, learning to run the ropes and doing suplexes and everything, and it was progressing. And my goal at the start of the year, or start of last year, was always to have a match this year. Now that may not happen, but that is still the goal, and therefore the training has not stopped. Now certain elements of my life have changed, because we all have lives, it all evolves and stuff. So I'm going to use this as a platform to make two announcements.
Okay.
2 announcements! And first is that I'm going back to work. E.g. pro wrestling training, but I'm still doing stuff at Al Snow's Wrestling Academy. That's not changing. I'm still going to go there and learn. But a lot of pro wrestlers like to, learn from more than one people. Everyone says that's good. And simply because of logistics and where I'm going to be location-wise for things we don't need to go into, I'm also going to start training at Progress. I start there in September, so I'm going to do their beginner's course and learn with them as well. So yeah, and that's so that's the thing. It's still going to go on in the meantime, but then come September, I'm really going to knuckle down. It's an 8-week course that takes us into November, and then we'll see where we get to. And on top of that, that also means come September, maybe a little bit before, we can bring back the pro wrestling journey here on WhatCulture, and you can hear me, Simon Miller, talk about getting my ass whipped at pro wrestling. I
found them fascinating to watch those little vlogs, and we saw a few clips and a few photos of you, of course, training and stuff. So I can't wait for that to come back. And some people even walking in tonight were asking you about it, of course.
They are very nice. I do genuinely find it humbling that people actually would want to know. Because when I first started doing the journey, as we'll call it, I just thought, I don't really know what I thought when it came to videos, but I didn't think anybody would invest that much. But as we found out through comments or being here or even on my own sort of social media, a lot of people are very invested in it, and that's very humbling to me. It really does take me aback. But yeah, so we're going to start up. It'll probably just be once a month or something like that. We've got to work out the ins and outs, which we will. But yeah, we'll start updating you again. It may be a lot more of me just talking, because getting the footage was hard because you want to show what it takes, but you don't want to show too much.
And also, at the end of the day, you are there to learn, not to shoot videos.
That's the thing. This is the thing. That there was some people thought it was worked that way around, that WhatCulture had said, oh, we can make it. No. Yeah. I wanted to be a pro wrestler, and through conversations, we thought, oh, we could document this too. And that's it. Maybe a reason it went away for a little bit is I was a bit uncomfortable with taking cameras into... I want to be that guy. I'm not trying to put a spotlight on myself here. I am just getting on in my life. I want to cross a few things off my list. One of which was a bodybuilding competition. The other is to become a pro wrestler for X amount of years. That may be 1 match, that may be 100 matches. And I don't want that balance to get out of whack. So it may just be a lot, like it was in the beginning, just me talking into camera. Maybe I get some shots and some footage here and there. But I don't want the training to become a show. Do you know what I mean? The training is serious, I want to take it seriously. However, I'm more than happy to update the WhatCulture people to what we're doing. So yeah, I think that will be the balance this time around.
Now, just to go slightly off topic from the wrestling, you mentioned the bodybuilding there, and by the looks of you, and certainly in comparison to all the other presenters here at WhatCulture, you're in fantastic shape.
Thank you.
How was that for you? What was that process like? Because you said it took so much out of you that you had to step away from wrestling for a while.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
That is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I did that in wrestling, I would say, as par by par. But you know, there is a certain point in bodybuilding where you are. It is called controlled starvation. Now, as hard as wrestling is, controlled starvation's harder. I'm happy to say that. That's like torture. So yeah, I mean, it was really, really tough. But it's again much like wrestling, because it was so tough. When you succeed at it, when you reach your goals, when you realise you went through the hard bits to get back to, you know, the lighter bits, you feel really proud of yourself and you feel really, really good. But it was incredibly tough. Like I say, I did reduce my calories to the point my body thought I was trying to starve itself, which is hard. And also, I mean, a lot of people may not believe this because people are very keen to comment how my tops are all very tight. It's mostly because I don't buy new clothes, to be honest. But for me, it was really overcoming a hurdle for a lot of other stuff we won't go into. Getting onto a stage. And there's certain ego and vanity there, of course it is. It's an aesthetically built competition, but there was also for me overcoming certain hurdles and stigma in my life about saying I can go out there in my most rawest form. I ain't ever doing porn, so you know I'm not
that one out.
Exactly, that's done. So the least I can do is skimpy pants, and being able to do that and to be somewhat successful at it, or at least fit in amongst the people I was competing against, was a huge mental thing for me too. So it was hard. The last 2 weeks, I'll never be able to describe how difficult that was and how much I wanted to quit, but I didn't. Because of that, now I can look back and go, hey man, you achieved, that was really good. What's next? And it's wrestling. So, yeah.
Now, I remember from the videos before you talking about stuff like, you know, like flip bumps and things like that. What are you most looking forward to getting back when you go back training, and what are you least looking forward to?
Flip bumps I'm least looking forward to. It's been, I mean, it's not been that long, but it's been long enough that I don't think I've forgotten. I think it's like riding a bike, but there's the fears come back a little bit.
There's not a lot of that outside of wrestling training where you need to take a flip bump.
No, no one's throwing things at me. I'm like, wait, look at that, like the Matrix. So I'll do one and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I would still have the fear anyway, because when you scalp your head, you have the fear. So flip bumps are definitely, you know, they're my Mount Everest. But we'll do it. We'll smash that out. And I'm just looking forward to starting to put all the pieces together. Like, I'm happy to go back to square one and get like almost a refresher's course and build that up. But then, yeah, I'm just looking forward to slowly, because I was doing matches and stuff, not in public, but at training school. I'm looking forward to getting that down, building on that, evolving, and yeah, just becoming, seeing what I can do. Even if it's just one match, that's cool. That's cool with me. I'm a goal-oriented person right now. One match. Could it be in WCPW? Maybe, not sure. We'll see what happens. I'd never assume that I would be booked or anything like that. But yeah, so just getting back into it and seeing all the pieces come together and seeing what we can do with this. Maybe it's not for me. We don't know. Don't know that yet. So yeah, looking forward to completing the journey.
Well, I know a lot of the fans would love to see you. I can't wait, and they can't wait to see your journey come back to WhatCulture, and hopefully, as you say, one day we will see you in a WC.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine how ridiculous would it be?
Any ideas on a theme?
Yeah, I'm going to push the Y thing. That's true too.
Okay.
That's true too. I mean, I can't work out what I want to wear attire-wise, because you've got three options basically, right? You've got pants, you've got tights, or you've got singlet, right? But whatever I'm getting, I'm going to get Y put across. I'm going to do it, and also cut promos. I'm about to kick your ass. Y, hit head.
Yeah.
Here's Y. Smash, smash, smash. Beat up, beat up. Wee, Miller. You know, you see.
I certainly think you could see that.
Laugh. It's good.
No, I'm not laughing at that. Just the wee got me. I
won't go wee. Well, maybe if it gets over, I'll do it.
Get the wee
gets over. My insider terms. I'm such a wrestler.
I think going out there and on the ramp, you know, Ryback had his feed me more.
Exactly.
If you could do that and then you heard a whole crowd just shout,
here's why back at me.
Here's why. Why?
How could it come out, music, you go, why, slap your head, put your hands up there, go, here's why. Look man, if you've got something, go with it. And if it doesn't, it's asked, I come up with something new. So right now though, genuinely, I mean, I'm joking a bit, but there was also a part of me, I was like,
a little bit.
Why not? Yeah. Everyone needs a catchphrase.
Why?
Here's why.
Simon, great to chat to you and we look forward to seeing
you. Thanks, man.
Pro wrestling journey.
Let's see what happens. Let's shake hands like we've never met before. And chatting all day.